Welcome back to the brand new TV show. We are pleased to have again Sam Pfeifle from the Portland Phoenix.
Howdy.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Can't complain at all.
Excellent. All right, so tell us, let's get right to it.
Sure.
Tell us what's going on this weekend.
Well, I think the biggest event is the Lost on Liftoff show at the Empire on Saturday. Not sure if you're familiar with the band, but
Yep.
they're kind of a big deal. Lost on Liftoff is fronted by a guy named Walt Craven, who has a long history in the scene. He was in Good's Thumb about 10, 11 years ago, and then played in Six Gig, which had a label deal with Ultimatum for a while.
Yeah,
Very
I
big
remember
band.
Six Gig, definitely.
Six Gig was a great, great band.
Yep.
And so they broke up, and Walt and Nick Lamberto sort of founded Lost on Liftoff. And now Nick is gone, so this is the first album without post-Nick. First album since 2007, so it's going to be a big deal. And I reviewed it in the Phoenix, so you can read about it in the Phoenix. But also opening for them is Colpitts, who is reunited after about a, I don't know, 7-year absence. They broke up, went their separate ways, and now they're back. So that's very exciting. Really, at one point they were, you know, biggest band in Portland, so it's pretty exciting to have them back.
Good. So what night was that again? Let's just double check.
That is Saturday night at the Empire.
Empire. Perfect.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like it's a show with people who've been in the Portland music scene for a really long time.
It is,
Yes.
and you know, we've been talking about this in the scene a little bit. Is you know, some of us who've been around, you know, I've been covering the scene since '99. You know, some of these guys are getting to be, you know, in their 30s.
Hey, that's
and,
young. That's young. 30's the new 20.
That's right.
And you know,
30's the new 20.
what we worry about is, you know, you got to turn the scene over and have it be fresh. So,
Right.
you know, it's important that even though, you know, we celebrate these bands that have been around for a long time, they need to kind of give opportunities for some of the younger bands coming up and, you know, let them open for them and that sort of thing and do show trades. And, you know, you can't just listen to the same guys forever. So.
Gotcha. Who else do we have? Who else? What else is going on?
Well, we got some cool stuff going on. You're talking about new guys. On that same night, you know, Lost on Liftoff and Colpitts is sort of a heavier show. If you're into more like the indie rock thing, there's a new band called Boxy that's playing at Space. They're opening up for a band called Pants Yell, I believe. It's such a
like
odd
it.
name.
I like
and they're
it.
from Boston. But Boxy is, for people who remember Colt Maze, they're a pretty cool band that sort of broke up. But it's Josh Loring from Colt Maze and a guy named Graham Kay, who's a sort of songwriter, and they have teamed up for this new band, Boxy. It's pretty neat for the...
And Space is such a great spot.
It is. I don't know if
thing.
the Swoon thing will still be up. Have you seen the Swoon
No,
exhibit?
but I've heard of it.
You should definitely
Yes.
go. It's very cool. I was just... my band, the Grassholes, just played a show there. And you know, they've got, it's this crazy installation. They used all these found materials like used cardboard.
Yeah,
and
I saw the video on
burned
YouTube.
doors,
They had
yeah.
sort of like a short clip of what they were doing there.
Yeah, it's really cool. So to see a show in that environment is really neat. So I would recommend going to that.
Yeah.
That's that same night at Space, and they're right across the street, so you could just sort of go back
Hit
and
both.
forth if you wanted to. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else we should know about going on?
You know, that same weekend, there's some kind of cool things, sort of, not really alternative to the rock scene, but folky. You've got Lisa Schneckenberger, who is a great fiddle player, and she's at One Longfellow, so, you know, if acoustic music is your thing. And then also a lot of people like Sly-chi, you know, one of the great
Huge
dance bands.
Yeah, great band.
And they are losing Kelly McKenna, their sort of female vocalist. She decided to kind of hang it up. So her last show is that Sunday.
Oh, so that's going to be a big show.
That's going to be a huge
It's
show.
going to be huge, so
Yeah.
get your tickets now.
Good.
Good.
Okay, well, as I have explained before, I have decision-making issues.
And so do I.
And so does Christy. What am I doing this weekend, and what is Christy doing this weekend?
Let's see if he can guess.
Well, I've got answers for that. I've got answers for that. So you know, I believe you're sort of a child of the 80s, right?
What are you saying, Sam?
Yeah.
What's your point? Let's just get right to it.
I think that you would really enjoy the English beat at the Port City Music Hall. I could see, I bet you at one point you sang Mirror in the Bathroom to yourself in the bathroom mirror.
What do you mean at one point? That's like every morning.
That's every morning.
You know, so I think you'd be into the English beat, and I think you might enjoy the 311 and State Radio and Sidecar Radio show that's at the Cumberland County Civic Center. And then you could also mosey on down to see Paranoid Social Club and Head Start at the Big Easy. So you can make a big long night of it. I can tell that, you know,
I'm down
you like
for
to
all
start
night long,
early
right?
and end late.
Yes.
Like, as I can tell.
As he can tell.
You know.
Good. All right, Sam, thank you very much. Good to see you
Sounds
again.
good.
Thanks for
We'll see
having
you
me.
next week.
Nice
Glad
meeting
you're
you.
here.
We'll be right back, folks. Thanks very much.